Welcome back to a brand new show, everybody. Welcome back to Uprising Days. This brand new show is going to be insane. We have different types of topics we'll be talking about on this show. So it's not just all one big topic. It's a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, there's different things that have been canceled, such as a couple of shows I've been making, such as Thin Water and much more. I decided to continue making interesting medical videos and more for you guys to understand what you guys want to be when you guys get older. Now, I'm not going to enforce myself's opinion that you should become this or become that. I'm making these videos in case you actually want to be like me, a medical doctor. Then you know exactly how and how to become a medical doctor and basically know all the symptoms of medical conditions. Now, again, I'm not a doctor, but I have done some research, so I do know my things. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the normal type of skin. Now, the normal type of skin you're going to mainly want to see is healthy skin is going to have color in it. It's going to have color such as red, pink, and much more. Now, if you have too much red, that could be a sign of an infection. Basically, if your hand is completely red, specifically in a type of spot on your hand, and it's like red right by a mosquito bite or by some type of scratch, and it's spreading outward, then that most likely will mean that you have an infection and you need to get treatment immediately. But healthy skin color will have color in it, such as basically mine. You can see there's like color. Lips should also be not purple, but my color, pink. Lips should be pink, unless you put like some type of lipstick on, and that could be kind of hard to tell what color it is. But no makeup or anything on it. It should have the color pink. If it doesn't have the color pink on it and it's purple, you have cyanosis, which is a lack of oxygen, and in most cases that will lead to death if it's not treated fast enough. Now, cyanosis is a lack of oxygen, so your lips will also see it if you have cyanosis. Also, if you do, your skin will basically be turning purple. Skin that is basically purple mainly will mean cyanosis or some medical condition going on. Now, again, another part about it could also be your circulation is bad. So if you have circulation in your hands and the circulation is bad, your hands will basically turn purple because your hand is not getting enough oxygen for it to be available to use. So in order for you to use your hand properly, you have to have blood flow to it. If somehow blood flow is cut off, your body will not do so well, which means you will die. You will die from this if you don't or you will have to get your hand amputated. Now, that's different between an amputation and dying. Dying means like your whole body isn't getting oxygen in this case. But for your hand, I don't think you could really die from having cyanosis in your hand, unless it spreads throughout the body and other body parts that are important, like our brain and stuff don't get enough oxygen. Yeah, you'll be brain dead. But with your hand, the worst case scenario is if you don't get enough blood circulation in a couple hours, it's kind of like it's human. It moves. You control it. So without blood circulation to your hands, it won't move. Your hand will be completely dead, and the bone, the tissues, all that will be a lack of oxygen. That means deprived of oxygen. That means there's no oxygen to it, and it will become dead. So it's kind of like us. We die, our hands will die if we don't get enough circulation to them. And the symptoms you should look out for is purple skin, cold fingertips. So look for cold fingertips. Feel your fingertips. If they are cold, then most likely they don't have enough circulation, or you just have cold hands. Or just keep checking out stuff like that. So again, what is the signs of pale skin? So pale skin, on the other hand, can mainly be because of dehydration. If you're dehydrated, your body's not getting enough water, and so you will become pale looking sick. Kind of like I am now, but that's because I'm not in the sun right now. Like when I'm in the sun, I think, okay, maybe not even then. Alright, but anyways, I'm fine. But if you don't get any, sun, that can also cause pale skin, like me. But if you were to, if you were actually to become pale, most likely it wouldn't kill you unless it has a medical condition. Medical conditions that cause paleness is going to be dehydration, sepsis, infections, internal bleeding, and much more. So all these things, internal bleeding means you're bleeding inside your body. So basically a blow to the stomach or the abdomen can and most likely will kill you. So basically say you get what's it called? Let's see. Say you get punched in the abdomen. If you get punched in the abdomen, chances are it's not going to do a lot of damage unless it's somebody with a strong punch. So you go like that, bang, someone punched you right in the stomach as hard as they could. Most likely it will cause some damage, but for it to actually cause internal bleeding, it takes a lot. But for some it might not. It all depends on how strong your stomach and all your body parts are. So if you were to get punched right through right in the abdomen, and it will start bleeding, basically either you will start vomiting blood, pass out, or have pale skin. Pale skin can mean different types of anemia. So anemia, sickle cell anemia, all anemias will cause pale skin. Anemia, just normal anemia. Other ones will be cyanide. Cyanide basically is a poisoning that can be found in cherries and apple seeds. And it can kill you if you have an overdose of it. So basically, even the littlest dose of cyanide can kill you. It's mainly used in like taking your own life and stuff like that. So cyanide is a very powerful toxin that if you were to digest it, it can kill you because it's that strong and toxic that it basically goes after your respiratory system, which means your lungs, your heart, and all that. So mainly your lungs, which then means if your lungs don't work right, you might end up with cyanosis. Cyanosis plays a big part in coming down with being with cyanide poisoning. It basically will cause cyanosis, lack of oxygen, and it will cause lack of oxygen to your entire body, so it can kill you in less than a couple of minutes. And to be honest, this might be the most dangerous poisoning you could ever get yourself involved with. Now, to say with carbon monoxide poisoning, it takes a couple hours, and that stuff isn't as toxic. I mean, it still is, because the most deadly part about that stuff is that it's smellless and odorless. Odorless, which means you can't smell it, and it's basically you can't see it. So it's a silent killer because you can't smell it, can't see it, none of that. So you couldn't even sense that it was there if you wanted to. You basically could just have it. But cyanosis, on the other hand, if you eat some cherries, a part of a cherry, if you eat it, it can kill you with cyanosis, or not cyanide, but with cyanide. And basically cyanosis, as we said in the beginning of the video, is when your body is not getting enough oxygen. It will attack your lungs, make your lungs shut down, and actually cause poisoning to your lungs, causing you to basically lose oxygen. It could cause, actually, many of the symptoms are going to be as like trouble breathing, paleness, sweating, nausea, vomiting, just not in there. Or the bad symptoms, which could be the severe ones: seizures, coma, death, respiratory failure, and a whole bunch of other ones. And this can only take place in a couple of minutes. So it can kill you in like 2 to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, really. So I don't really even think you could get to the hospital fast enough with this, unless you could. You never know. It all depends. It varies on how much you take in of that. It will kill you. So just don't ever do it. I never will, because I value my life. I love it. So let's talk about what does the one and only skin color yellow mean. So yellow skin color is going to be one of those that is a very serious one as well. What we call that is jaundice. Now, jaundice can also be seen in your eyes as a yellow color. Jaundice is going to be usually caused by acute liver failure, liver disease, and actually not just those, but one more. It means you could have a lot of the bile that causes that, skin color to happen. A lot of that, pigment to increase. So if you have an increase in that pigment, like a very big increase, it will cause your skin to look yellow. But if you have it in your eyes and your skin, and you're basically showing symptoms of vomiting, blood, and everything, yes, it most likely will be your liver. Now, this mainly will be either cirrhosis or liver failure. Now, liver failure and cirrhosis are two same things but different. Cirrhosis is like erosion of the liver. Basically, your liver is infected, or I should say that it's like a disease that affects your liver. And it can kill you. Mainly it is caused by different life factors. One of them is if you drink too much alcohol, it can kill your organs, because if you drink alcohol, that's not good for your systems, and it's not good for your abdomen, it's not good for your intestines, not good for your kidneys, and definitely not good for your liver. Now, alcohol usually tends to just affect the liver, but it can affect other parts of the body, and so if it affects your liver, you will have all the symptoms as I just said: vomiting, diarrhea, nausea, maybe even seizures. It all depends. Vomiting blood. Even those symptoms that along are already severe symptoms. So remember to get help immediately when you need the help. I hope you enjoyed today's video of learning about skin colors, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.